For the glory of God. December 22nd, 2018 would forever be etched in the history of the Syro Malabar Church in Canada. On this day, His Holiness Pope Francis elevated the status of Eparchy of Mississauga into an eparchy. A simultaneous proclamation was made at Coconut, the headquarters of the Syro Malabar Church, in the presence of the head of the Syro Malabar Church, Cardinal George Allen Cherry, and in Canada at the St. Alphonse Cathedral, Mississauga.
The Holy Father Pope Francis has disposed the elevation of the Syro Malabar Eparchy in Canada to Eparchy with the title of Mississauga.
The history of the Syro Malabar Church took its root in South India with the arrival of St. Thomas the Apostle in the year AD 52. St. Thomas established many churches during his ministry for 2 decades. Thereafter, in Malabar, many Christian missionaries from Syria came to spread the good news. This resulted in the emergence of a unique tradition of Christianity through the amalgamation of Indian culture, Syrian liturgy, and devotion to Christ. The language used in those days was Syriac, giving them the name Syrian Christians.
The history of the Syro Malabar Church in Canada began in the 1960s. Immigrants found commonalities in their faith, tradition, and language. To oversee their spiritual needs of the community, His Excellency Philip Francis Pocock, the Archbishop of Toronto, appointed a chaplain, Reverend Thomas Thottemkel, in 1977. Subsequently, besides Toronto, several Syro Malabar fellowships were established in 18 different cities, including London, Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, Hamilton, and Ottawa.
The robust growth of the community, coupled with the influx of new immigrants, necessitated a bigger and permanent place of worship. Accordingly, in 1982, this community was given a permanent place of worship at St. Augustine Seminary in Toronto, creating the first formal structure for the Syro Malabar Catholics in Canada. On November 28, 1982, this gathering was formally declared as a St. Thomas Apostolic Mission by Cardinal Gerald Carter. Subsequently, on December 11, 1983, the mission was moved to Precious Blood Church in Scarborough.
In the following 3 decades, the community had transformational changes through the dedicated services of several Malayali priests from various congregations, especially CMI priests across Canada. It was only through the immense support of several Canadian dioceses and their respective priest personnel that the Syro Malabar community was able to reach the level that it is at today. On March 13, 2001, the Bishop of Chicago, Mar Jacob Angariath, was appointed as the Apostolic Visitator to Canada. In 2011, Father James Cherico was appointed as the first Syro Malabar pastor in Toronto.
The appointment of Father Jose Calivello as the pastor for Toronto in 2013 provided an impetus the community needed. The Syro Malabar missions across Canada continue to grow and flourish spiritually as well as culturally. In spite of a lack of their own place of worship, the Syro Malabar Catholics in Canada found refuge in local schools to conduct their spiritual activities. Through the fellowship of the church activities, the community members were able to stay connected with their Malayali culture and to be in touch with the spirit of Kerala.
The Syro Malabar Catholic communities were scattered across various provinces in Canada. These faithfuls struggled to attend the Holy Mass in their own liturgical rite and to receive their sacraments traditionally. Given this scenario, the Holy See thought it was appropriate to grant an exarchate status to the Syro Malabar Catholics in Canada. Accordingly, Pope Francis declared the formation of the exarchate and appointed Father Jose Calivello as its first exarch. On September 19, 2015, the episcopal ordination of Bishop Calivello was celebrated in a solemn manner.
നമ്മുടെ കർത്താവായ ദൈവം സെഹിയോനിൽ നിന്ന് അയച്ച ശക്തിയുടെ ധനായ ഈശോ മിശിഹ അങ്ങയെയും അങ്ങ് മേയ്ക്കാനിരിക്കുന്നവരെയും നയിക്കട്ടെ.
The formation of the Exarchate gave further momentum to this community. The newly appointed bishop knew that the journey ahead would be hard and arduous. His ministry focused on participatory pastoral planning to create a Christ-centered ecclesial body. He chose his motto as, "For the glory of God." The bishop's vision to form, fortify, and evangelize the scattered community across Canada was reminiscent of a shepherd who would go after his lost sheep.
Bishop Cullivillo understands the trials and tribulations of an immigrant community as he could reflect on his own childhood memories, where his family was an immigrant family in the Diocese of Palakkad, Kerala. Moreover, he is blessed with higher education in the pastoral care for the immigrant community. His collaborative and consultative style of leadership engaged and energized the community. This transformational approach radiated across Canada, putting the Exarchate on a rapid growth trajectory. In order to meet this growth challenge, the Exarchate developed administrative organs consisting of Curia, College of Consultors, Presbyterial Council, Finance Council, Pastoral Council, and 20+ departments and associations. This was further fortified by the ongoing formation through pastoral visits and periodical pastoral letters and circulars.
Canada is the second largest nation geographically. Therefore, reaching out to the scattered community became the priority for the newly appointed bishop. This required an enormous amount of organizational ability and capital mobilization to establish parish communities across Canada. As a result, in a span of 2 years, the Syro Malabar community was blessed with 4 parishes with ownership of its own church buildings. The first church was procured by the first Syro Malabar community of Canada at Scarborough. The St. Thomas Church was consecrated on January 2, 2016. The St. Alphonsa Cathedral, Mississauga was blessed on May 6, 2017. The St. Alphonsa Forain Church, Edmonton, was consecrated on July 29, 2017, and the St. Mary's Church, London, was blessed on December 22, 2018. The Eparchy has 14 parishes and 36 missions spread across Canada. There are 24 priests and 12 religious women who serve in these centers. It is also blessed with 7 seminarians. The Eparchy has 20 vibrant departments and ministries which cater to different segments of its faithful. The total strength of registered Syro Malabar Catholics across Canada is estimated to be 20,000.
The Eparchy of Mississauga is a gift and opportunity for the Syro Malabar faithfuls in Canada. Its main challenge is to transcend the deep-rooted faith of its Kerala-born faithfuls to continue to grow and flourish in the Canadian context. The future of the Eparchy also lies in the formation of its Canadian-born children, where they face the competing and conflicting societal and cultural pressures. This Herculean task can only be achieved when the youth and children are given active roles in the diocesan pastoral planning and administrative system, providing them with a sense of ownership and belonging. With the grace from God, the Eparchy will build the future generation that will proclaim and profess the Word of God, creating the shepherds of faith and the missionaries of the future.
ഉണരാ ഉണർവിൻ കൊടുക്കാത്ത